Now, normally you wouldn't start off a new series to a channel with a review, but I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Reason being, over the last few weeks, I have had the luxury of working with Nippon Ichi Software, aka NISA, while reviewing Ys VIII, Lacrimosa of Dana for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game originally came out in 2016, but has been ported to the Switch, and today is the official release date, today being June 9th as this video goes up. Like I said, you normally wouldn't start off a series with a review, but seeing as this was our first official review copy of a game and our first official review, I wanted to do things right and get this out there for NIS America and for everybody who has helped support the channel and helped the channel grow a little bit more. So I'm going to be over talking over the trailer. I'm not going to have the noise on the trailer just for the sake that I am going to be over talking it. This trailer is straight from the Nintendo's YouTube, so you can check it out there in full size. But all credits will be listed down in the description down below. So, Ys VIII is an action RPG that is being ported to the Nintendo Switch, and is obviously the 8th game in the Ys saga. Now, I know what people are thinking, man, this is the 8th game in the saga, so how am I going to get into that? Is there a problem? Do I have to play the other 7? These games are pretty much standalone, and that's one of the things that NIS America does really well. One thing that I could say that they do really well is their narratives. They always include really funny narratives and stuff that you could really get involved with. But the thing that Ys does here is take absolutely beautiful game graphics. And a lot of people were worried, saying that their graphics are going to have to step back a little bit for the Switch. This was not the case. I did not see an issue docked. I did not see an issue undocked on just the tablet either. Everything looks and feels crisp and beautiful and just like you're part of this world. And that's with the music and everything that's going around in the world map, because the world map is fully interactive. You have your battles on the map, you have your explorations on the map, and everything is really intuitive with one another. And that's one of the beauties of this game. Maybe the dialogue isn't the strongest in this game, but it makes up with it for that, like I said, that really intuitive and fine-tuned overworld. Everything is built in nicely and fits hand in glove, and it makes you want to explore. Sometimes in video games, exploring a world becomes a little bit tedious, and this one, where you're kind of shipwrecked on the island of Siren, and finding out more and more about why you're there, what happened there, and I don't want to spoil too much because I am going to be uploading videos over the next few weeks in regards to the game, and I want you guys to watch it and figure out everything as I am in that moment. But being shipwrecked on this island of Siren, which has been lured to be the death of people, and once you go there, you're never to be seen again. And we're finding out why that is. We get shipwrecked here after getting attacked by a monster. And you're trying to find other castaway mates who are going to help make your journey easier. The main character game is Adol and his companion Dogi, and you obviously get other castmates as well throughout the game. But the things that I really like about Ys is just the way that the monsters and everything just fit so much into this world. Like I was saying earlier, exploring sometimes can become extremely tedious. I'm just going to pause the video right here. Because it feels repetitive. It feels like, oh man, I gotta go farm this item, or I have to go beat this monster until he drops this item or this weapon, because it would really help me progress. I don't really feel that with Ys VIII. I felt like everything I was doing, I felt like I was doing it for a reason, and I felt like nothing really got repetitive, because again, if I didn't want to stay in one area, I didn't have to. I could go to a different area and I could sit down there and really explore. And the battle system was really fun too. So it kind of makes sometimes when you're playing an RPG game and you're like, oh god, I just don't want to get into battle. I just want to get from point A to point B. I don't want to get into this battle right now. But the way that the battle system operates in Ys is really, really fun to play. And that kind of makes it where it's just like, oh, if you get into a battle, you're not so stressed out about it. I think everybody who's played an RPG game has gotten to that point where you're just like, oh god, another battle. You really don't have that here. Not everything is fine and dandy. I feel like sometimes when you're trying to do little things like there's flash guard and then there's flash move, you're trying to be a little bit too pristine and precise. You get a little bit stressed out and you overthink things, and that's when you get yourself into trouble. And I feel like it's really easy to get yourself into trouble. And there's a few cliches in this game that, again, I don't want to spoil because I'll reference those as they come up in the videos. But I feel like sometimes there's a few things that probably weren't needed. But overall, I think this is a must-have for Nintendo Switch. It's really the first big RPG game, in my opinion. And I know what you guys are going to say, well, Breath of the Wild. Well, Breath of the Wild was more like an action-adventure puzzle game, where Ys VIII is a true action RPG. Even with Xenoblade, I feel like this one is just really the must-have action RPG. And I think Nippon Ichi does a really good job. Everything is fluent. Everything is fast. The game will take you 40 hours and more if you really want to explore and find everything in it. Even though you are shipwrecked on an island, the island is really expansive, and I feel like there's a lot to do. And like I was saying, in the battle, like there's so many things to unlock. There's so many different things you could try. So many different types of fluidity in the battle to make things seem different every single time. It doesn't ever have to feel stale. And like I said, the overtures of the world are just great. The world, even though it is fully animated, is animated in a really nice way. So the monsters look intimidating. The monsters look like they could be real. Not in a real sense like Monster Hunter, but more in a real sense of like, man, I could see that thing existing in today's world, even though it is like a cartoony and a little bit animated. Or be like, man, if only Pokemon would have got to that design first, because I would love to catch that in Pokemon Go. There's some monsters in this game that are really, really awesome. Like I said, I don't want to spoil too much because I'm going to be playing the game on the channel. But overall, I think if you're into action RPGs, if you're into just RPGs in general, or you're looking for a new game to try to break into something new, if you've never played an action RPG, Ys VIII is a really good one to start with. The difficulty is not really that difficult, so it's really good for even like beginner level players. And there's a whole bunch of different difficulties of the game, all the way from like easy to I think like insanely hardcore. I think there's 7 overall, if I recall correctly. But yeah, I mean, this is a game that could really, really be for everyone. Is it a perfect 10? No, but it's a solid 8.5 for sure. A big thing that I'm a fan of is just music, and this game really does that for me. I want to thank Nippon Ichi Software and everybody from NISA for allowing us to review this game. Really hoping that we could do more things in the future. I had a blast, and I am still playing Ys VIII. It was really hard for me to like not like just blur out my excitement for this, because we've now had it for maybe 2-3 weeks. It was before E3, I know that. So maybe even like 4 weeks now. It was so hard. And I'll get better at like that urges, but it was really hard to not tell anybody anything about it. And like, especially since like people were asking me if I was going to get it, people were going to ask me if I was going to play it. And I could be like, oh, you know, I played it in 2016. And, you know, I don't know if I'm going to get it because that was an easy way to like push it aside. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much. I am super honored to be able to do this for you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to watch these videos. I'm super excited. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you have not checked out NIS America, check out their games. They make some really great games for all consoles. If you're looking to get into like a really fun kind of just like time killsy game, I recommend Disgaea. Disgaea 5 Complete is out on the Switch. It's a game that I played on the channel before. Grand Kingdom is out on PS4. That's always a fun one as well. There's a whole bunch of different NIS America games that you've probably played and you just be like, oh, I didn't even know that was then. We give them a check out. Give Ys VIII a check out definitely if you are, you know, just looking for a game right now and you're kind of in between. This is definitely a game that you should recommend picking up, or that I recommend picking up rather, because for what it is, it's just a beautiful adventure, and there's a lot to enjoy and not a lot to sit there and stress about. This is one of those games that like you could play for 15 minutes or you could play for 3 hours. And I wanted to make like 15-minute clips here and there in this video, but some of these episodes are just really long because I just couldn't put it down. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10, definitely a solid game. Definitely recommend it, and I definitely recommend checking out Nippon Ichi as well. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.